Hey guys, Ricky and Jackson here with Raising the Barclays, and today we want to tell you guys about how we do chore charts in our house. If you've been following us, then you know that our house is basically upside down right now while we finish our basement. So just bear with us while we try to show you how we do chore charts with our house upside down. So first off, I just want to explain that we have tried different chore charts to find something that works well with our kids. Sometimes you just have to do that, try different methods, because something will stick and will work for your kids. So if you've tried a certain way, try a couple of different ways to see what works best. That's what we did. We started trying to find a chore chart for our kids when our oldest was about 3.5. So about 4 years ago. He's about 7.5 now. And it's only been 2 years that we've been doing this particular type of a chore chart, and we've been continually doing it because it has worked so well. We had tried the Melissa and Doug brand magnetic boards. We tried the sticker charts. We tried just telling them what their chores were and hoped that it would become a habit. We tried a lot of different systems, and this works the best for our family. Basically, I just typed up on the computer what the tasks we expected for our kids. I printed it out and I laminated it, and you do not need a laminating machine. First of all, if you do not have a laminating machine, there is a laminating paper kit type things at Walmart in the office supply section. I'm sure there's a video that can explain it better than I can, but it's super simple and definitely worth it. It makes it look really nice, and we use a dry erase marker on ours so that the kids can check off what they've done, and then the next day just erase it and start new. So that's like really, really nice. And I will show you our chore charts in a second, and I've got a couple of tips that I'll explain that have helped make this really effective for our kids. When I was growing up, the phrase work before play was really instilled in me, and that's the same type of work ethic we're trying to teach our kids, and that's how this chore chart system works. So our kids don't get free time, which is basically friend time, screen time. They don't get that free time until their chore chart is all checked off for the day. Now, what makes it nice is that it continues to roll over each day. For example, if Jackson didn't do his chore chart today, he doesn't get his free time, and then the same for the next day. If he doesn't get that chore chart done, he doesn't get it tomorrow either. And he continues to not get that free time until those tasks are done. He actually has gone a couple of days with procrastinating his chore chart, and it's only lasted a couple of days before he finally just did it because he wanted that free time. So it's really not on me. Their chore charts and not getting their free time, things like that, if they don't do their chore charts, it does not fall on me. I want it to get done, but it's about them learning that they're supposed to do their work before they can have play. So that is a nice benefit of doing this type of a system. I had a thought that maybe my kids should be allowed maybe 30 minutes of free time after school, since they were just at school and they worked really hard. Maybe they should get a break. But after trying that, I found that really didn't work. It actually made my kids, Jackson, it made my kids more likely to argue with me and to fight with me and to become really frustrated because they didn't want to stop having free time to start their chores. So what I like to do is let my kids come home and have a snack. Having a snack first is a big deal for us, because halfway through their chore chart, they will come to me and they'll be hungry and they'll be thirsty, and they will get a snack and get a drink, and they'll find that helps them prolong getting their work done, which helps them procrastinate getting it done. For us, they come home from school, they have a snack, and then they start right on their chore charts. The biggest tip that I have has to do with cleaning their rooms. Sometimes my kids' rooms are such a big mess that they're really overwhelmed and they do not know where to start. So I like to tell my kids to start with what you know. Basically, that means to go in their room and to look around and find something that they know where it goes, immediately pick it up and put it where it goes, where it belongs. For example, if there's a book on the floor, they know that that book goes on the bookshelf, so they can pick that book up and put it away. And to continue to do that, and just to continue to pick up what they know and put it away. And eventually their room will, like, those piles will diminish and that room will get done. Sometimes their room is so overwhelming that the start with what you know just doesn't work. So I will just simply tell them a specific type of an object or items to pick up and to put away, and when those are picked up and put away, to come back and I'll tell them another type or another group of objects. For example, I will tell them to start with picking up all the shoes and putting the shoes away, and then the books, and then the dirty clothes, and then, things like that. One of the tips that goes along with that, though, is that I like to tell them to start with the easiest thing. I don't tell them it's the easiest thing, but if I have them pick up the easiest objects, for example, picking up and putting all the shoes away, they feel accomplished. They know that they can do it. It feels less overwhelming to do these tasks, and they're more likely to continue. So then I'll have them pick up something easier, or not easier, but like as easy as the first set of objects, and then eventually get harder and harder. I found that for my kids, the hardest thing to them to pick up are the toys. They're always scattered everywhere. It seems like there's a lot more of them. So I tell my kids to pick up the toys last. I'll start with having them pick up all the series of different items and objects and put those away, and have the toys be last, because by the time the rest of those items are put away, the toys are pretty simple to put away. We started doing this chore chart 2 years ago, like I had said, and at the time my daughter was about 2.5, so she was still too little to understand how a chore chart system works, but we did have a chore chart for her, and we basically just helped her along with each chore and had her check it off. And so it was basically just teaching her how it works, even though she was still too little to really understand. About a year ago is when we found that she actually understood how the chore chart system worked, and she could start doing it herself. But it was still a good thing for her to start learning. She also saw her brothers doing it. So I do think that we'll start doing a chore chart for Camden. He's not 2 yet, but we probably won't do a chore chart for him until maybe the summertime when he's closer to 2.5. And again, we'll just help him step by step doing these chores and teaching him how to do these chores and letting him check them off and earn rewards for them. Like I said, we do have our chore charts laminated. I do have them taped on the wall in the hallway. We like to have them more in a centralized area so that the kids are constantly passing them, so they can be reminded what needs to be done and what they've already accomplished. Thank you. I actually don't know if I would tape them to the wall again. You will have to update your chore charts as your kids get older, as responsibilities change. I have updated ours before. I think when I do update them again, that I will actually put them on a clipboard and then get those command hooks and put those on the wall, and then hang the clipboard with the chore chart on the clipboard on the wall. Does that make sense? When I do update our chore charts, I will do a video on how I do it differently. But I'm going to show you what our chore charts look like and explain what's on them and explain what they look like and how we do them. So let's go take a look. Okay, it's a little dark because it's in our hallway, but I'm going to try to show you what our chore charts look like and explain them to you. Now, I do like to have them in the hallway by our kids' rooms, because then they are passing this way, they see them, they know what needs to be done, and it's just better to have it in a centralized area for them. I don't know if your kids are anything like mine, but if I had a chore that was on one child's chart and not the other, and vice versa, it could cause conflict. So I try to keep the chore charts pretty similar, or actually just the exact same, with the exception of Xander's. So Xander does have practice piano on his chore chart because he takes piano lessons now, so it is a task that he has to get done, is practice piano each day. So other than that, their chore charts are the same. So this one's Sophie's. So you can see it says brush your teeth and get dressed. Now, I know that those aren't chores, but they are tasks that we expect our kids to do before they can have free time. It's basically just a reminder, if anything. Then we have make your bed and clean your room. Pretty self-explanatory, basic chore chart items. We do have laundry, and your laundry day is Monday. So we've always had put your clean clothes away on our chore charts, but recently we added your laundry day is whichever laundry day they have I have started having my kids help with their own laundry. Now, I'm not talking about having my 7, 5, and 4-year-old run a washing machine, but I do have them gather their clothes and find the stains and fill the washer and help put the detergent in and then switch the wet clothes over to the dryer. Basically just help step by step and then get their clothes out of the dryer and fold them and put them away. It's just basically me helping them, or them helping me, I should say. Just learning some responsibility and helping out around here. They actually find it really fun. So I'll have to do a video on that to explain how we do that, because it's been pretty effective so far. So the next item is homework. Each of my kids, my oldest is in 2nd grade, Jackson is in kindergarten, and Sophie is in preschool, so they do have homework each day. And if for some reason they don't have homework that day, we do have them read for 20 minutes. Then we have take care of the dogs. Now, when we got the dogs, everyone vowed to help out with the responsibilities of the dogs, but then it ended up landing on me. So we did add it to their chore charts as just a reminder to help out. So they feed them, they get them their water, they clean out their kennels, make sure their beds are clean, take them for a walk, clean up after them. So basic dog care, that's what they have to do. And they all take turns just doing those specific items. And then at the end of the day, if they did help out with that, or they did do those, then they get their check mark. So then we have chore sticks. Let me explain chore sticks really quick. It's really simple. It's popsicle sticks that have chores on them, like wash the windows, wash the cabinets, vacuum the hallway. What else is there? Like, I can't think of anything else. I probably should just get them out. But the kids will have a chore stick. They just close their eyes and pick out a chore stick, and they actually think it's really fun, and they do whatever is on that chore stick just to help out with other things other than their responsibilities. They're helping out with other things around the house. Sometimes they like to do more than one. Sometimes they do more than one, depending on how busy they were with their chore charts. I also do this if I hear the phrase, "I'm bored." That drives me bonkers to hear my kids say, "I'm bored." So if I hear that, I tell them, grab a chore stick then. So, but they actually think it's pretty fun. So I'll have to show that as well. Okay, so at the bottom, it just says your chore chart must be done before you can have free time. Each chore is worth 1 token. You can use your tokens at Mom's Store on Saturday. So like I said, I'll do a video on our reward system, which involves tokens and jars. And basically, to kind of give you an idea, each chore is worth 1 token. And at the end of the week, they get to spend those tokens at Mom's Store. So like I said, I will post a link to that video as well. Okay, so that's how we do chore charts in our house. If you guys have any questions or want me to better explain anything, please comment below. If you do a chore chart system like this as well, I'd love to hear how you guys do it and how well it works for your family. So thanks for watching, and we hope to see you guys next time. See ya!